Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Michelle and I make videos to help you get ready for your 11 plus exam. So I know that some of you are going to be doing your 11 plus exam in the next 5 or 6 months, so I think this is the perfect time to be giving you some tips on all of the subjects, which is English, maths, non-verbal and verbal reasoning. I've already given you guys some tips on English, so you should go check that video out, but today I'm going to be giving you guys some math tips. These tips aren't specifically for what you are going to do in your 11 plus exam, but how to study effectively and retain all of this information that you will need to get the best possible outcomes in your 11 plus exam. So tip 1 is to study mental math. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because in the 11 plus, you really need to work fast because there's going to be so many hard questions that you will need lots of time for. But if you are like struggling on questions, say like 105 times by 5, and you're like working it out, you're going to waste a lot of time. So mental math is when you are partitioning this number. So I have the number 105 and I can partition this into 105. 100 times by 5 would be 500 and 5 times by 5 would be 25. And if I add this together, I get 525, which is mental math, and that saved me so much time in my exam, which is something I think everyone should learn. Okay, so tip number 2 is to focus on word problems. And the reason why I'm saying this is that word problems are just telling you to do an easy math calculation, but they are going to word it really tricky, and this is meant to confuse you. Now, I have 2 ways to tackle this. The first way is to just read this question slowly and make sure that you know what it's telling you to do. Now, the second way is what I did the most. I underlined key information because I get distracted easily. And if you get distracted easily, you should do this too because it just helps you spot the things that you need to do. Now, I underlined things like digits and units of measurement because if I needed to convert something, I would remember to do it because I've underlined this. So you should definitely do that when focusing on word questions. Okay, so my third tip is to manage your time well, because the 11 plus is a timed exam and you want to spend maximum 2 or 3 minutes each on each question. But if you are taking too long in question or you find it tricky, leave that question because there will be much more questions and you want to complete that. If you don't answer one question, it is totally fine, but you should always try your best to complete that question. So how to manage your time when you are studying or preparing for 11 plus is timing yourself when you're doing past papers because it helps you manage your time and you gradually get quicker when doing your past papers. Okay, so tip 4 is to keep effective notes because I know so many people say that notes are not that important when studying for 11 plus, but for me they were, because when I take notes, I don't just write anything down. I write the things that I find difficult. I found area and volume a little bit difficult at the beginning when I was studying for my 11 plus exam, and I wrote down the formulas for them. So you always want to write down the things that you're struggling with or the things that you want to get better at, so that's what I do in my notes, and I think that would help so many people. Okay, so tip 5 is my last tip, and I've also said this in my English tip video. Again, you should watch that video. I've actually said this so many times. You should always revise and understand why you got a question wrong. Now, this is because if you get a question wrong on, say, the circumference of a circle, right? And then I just leave that question. But the next day, I'm doing another past paper and I see this question differently worded, but it's the same topic. I don't know how to solve this question. So when you get something incorrect or you find it tricky, you've like marked your past paper, you want to go back to that question and look, why did I get this incorrect? What do I do the next time I see this question? And it helps so much. Thank you guys for watching my video. I so hope that this helped you on your journey for your 11 plus exam. If you would like me to make any video on what you are struggling on, I will do that gladly. Just leave it down in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Michelle's 11 plus guide. Bye!